Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing? It is January 11th. It's about 7:40 in the morning, a.m. Arizona. I'm Ryan Kruesi. This is Kruesi Originals, and I'm going to give you guys just a little update on 2023. What's been going on, why the videos have been not happening for a couple weeks, and where I've been. I've been gone. For those of you that don't know, we shut down from the 23rd of December till January 3rd. We closed the shop. Everybody kind of goes and visits their family because we're all from different states and stuff. Trent went to Northern California, see his mom, and then he bebopped around with everybody in California, did a bunch of stunt riding out there. We're going to go over that in our podcast on our Patreon later on next week, probably. And Matt's family is in Pennsylvania, so we went out and stayed with them. And I took on a real quick long travel project on my truck. You know, I bought a race kit, was going to buy, I had a pretty good mid-travel kit on there, but, you know, I was like, yeah, I'm going to go. I almost bought a Corvette. I save my money all year. I save my money like a son of a bitch. I save it up, and then I'll buy, like, one rad thing, you know, like something I've really been wanting. So I had about $5 grand that I was going to spend on a long travel kit, like a bolt-on kit, and go a little harder with the truck. And when I called Tyler Davenport at CarTech, he's like, but bro, for like another couple grand, you could have a full-blown race kit. And he's like, I know you, Kruesi, you're gonna want a race kit eventually. And I was like, well, you know, you're probably right, I will. So let's get the race kit. What does that take? And he's like, well, it's about a day of prep work and about 2 days of welding and finish work. I was like, I can do that. I mean, that's easy enough. I could knock that out on Christmas break. I got 10 days off, spend 3 days doing that, and I'll spend 7 days hanging out with my wife and kids and doing that stuff. Well, here we are, January 11th. I've been working on the truck 13 hours a day, nonstop. I took Christmas Day off and New Year's Day off. That was it. And me and Sean, Street Bike Sean, have been nonstop. I took it down to Sean's shop because I couldn't get it through the door here. It's too big. And it has been gnarly. So we also, it would have taken us 3 days probably if we would have done it normal, but Tyler sent us pictures of his truck step by step how he did it. But Tyler's truck was a whole nother level of like crazy with the bump stops up on top and a bunch of crazy shit. And my truck's turbocharged too, so the turbo was completely in the way. I had 30 hours of redoing the turbo manifold and all the exhaust and all that stuff to fit around the long travel kit, which that's damn near a week's worth of work that put us behind right there. Also, we saw those pictures that Tyler sent us and the bump stops were up on the top. So I was like, well, that's where the bump stops go. So we did that. But when you do that, you got to build a brace across the top, and you got to build braces to the frame, and you got to gusset in the frame, and you got to do a bunch of crazy shit because it puts a lot of torque and leverage on the frame and everything. So we did that. That's done. We also had to cut the fender wells out completely. All the fender supports, the fender wells, the core support framework, all that stuff, and that's all tubed now. We had to build a new battery box supports. That was a couple days worth of work. We just finished that yesterday. And we have to build a new fuse box. Everything, it's all got to be tucked super high because my tires at full bump, I'm like this far from my touching my hood almost. So it's crazy amount of travel. It's going to be amazing, way harder and way more extreme than I wanted to go with the truck. I didn't really want to go that kind of level, honestly. It just kind of ended up there. It's the biggest, hands down, the biggest fabrication project I've ever taken on, especially in this short of amount of time. This is probably like a 6-month to a year-long project, to be realistic. And we're trying to get it done in 3 days, which we're 3 weeks into it, and I got to get back to the shop. I haven't been here at the shop since December, since before Christmas. I came in and grabbed a couple things like 2 times, but that's it. So today I got some customers backed up. I got to tear a motor down and get everything in the machine shop, and then I got to just diagnose a wobble problem and get caught up on some owning a business things. And then I got to go back down there. Hopefully if I can get done with all that stuff by Friday, and I can get back down to there and working on that thing again and get it done. And then I'm gonna have to build the back half of it eventually. But I need to sell a motorcycle. Anybody want to buy a Harley Davidson? I have about 7 too many, and I need to sell about 5 of them and really recoup from my $5,000 front suspension turned into a $10,000 front suspension job so far. So I got bikes for sale. Holler at me. Other than that, I've got some big news. Really, really big news. It's almost finalized. We're just dealing with California and how bad that state sucks. So we're getting all the legal stuff dialed in for California. But the giveaway bikes are coming back, and they're coming back with a vengeance. We're doing it different though. We are running it fully through the Coast to Coast Run for the Fallen nonprofit organization. All the money goes to help special forces guys coming back from combat get them PTSD treatment, which the last giveaway bike, we got like 100 dudes treated with that deal right there. And that's like 10 grand a guy. So that's damn good, damn awesome. I feel like all those dudes coming home from combat shouldn't have to ask or have to pay or anything to get treatment to come back into the world. Because when you go through that kind of shit, to just step back into normal life that could be tough, I would imagine. So we're trying to make enough money to where anybody coming home from combat is just like, here you go, man. We're gonna get you fixed up. So we're running it through them. It's gonna be fully through their website. So it's gonna be through donations through them. We're gonna be giving away something nasty. We're gonna try and do 3 to 4 bikes a year maybe. And they're going to be extreme. I'm going to use them to build new parts, new innovations, new stuff every time. It's going to be gnarly. We're going to give away really, really nice motorcycles. And like I said, the money is going to help out some vets. It's going to be amazing. And also on their website, there's a ton of rad shit on there for sale. So if you're on there and you're trying to enter the bike, you can buy more stuff on there. And all those proceeds also go to help these vets out and get guys PTSD treatment, guys and girls PTSD treatment. Because, I mean, they're doing stuff none of us could ever understand, so we should do everything for them, if you know what I'm saying. Quail tits. It's actually just an old cup with some Gripco coffee in it, because if you've never had Gripco coffee, it's something special. But we are, like I said, California makes it very, very hard to raise money for veteran organizations in California. California basically wants... Say if we raise $100 for a vet, California wants $500. You know, right on. Thank you very much. So we're working with some lawyers right now to get all of that stuff like ironed out for California, so we can, because I mean, we know a big part of our fan base is in California. We want you guys to be involved, and we don't want to cut anybody out, but it will be only the lower 48 because just legal ramifications. That's just the way it is. Sorry for all you guys. If you have an address somewhere else, I'd say get a P.O. box somewhere else and enter anyways. But if you just want to donate to the cause, you can go donate to it. And every dollar helps, everything. It's all for a rad cause. We're going to be bringing Mario and the other guys from the Wounded Vets Run. They're all Special Forces guys, Delta Force operators. They're going to come through and we'll be doing videos with them and get you guys the whole lowdown on what we're going to do. And once the California thing is all dialed in and we're 100%, we're going to get a bike and then we're going to start building. I think if you guys would like, comment down below on what you would like to see us build. I have a few ideas of what I want to do. I really want to build another Fat Bob because I really have some ideas to build a really nasty Fat Bob, but I also already built a couple Fat Bobs and a few lowriders. So I really don't know what we're going to do. We talked about maybe raffling off my bagger too, but I think it's kind of tacky to give away my own motorcycles. I feel like we should be building something from scratch and giving you guys something fresh that's only your own. And that's it. If you guys have any ideas, like, shoot them down below. Don't say V-Rod, don't say Sportster. You know, watch the channel and know what we're into before you give me a suggestion, please. But I'd like to hear what everybody would like to see us build, and maybe a route or something like that. I'm thinking like a Fat Bob turned into a touring bike with a big motor. I really want to turbocharge something, but I really need one of these turbo companies to come on board and give me a turbo kit because they're goddamn expensive. And I understand why, because I turboed my truck. I bought a turbo kit for $2,500. I was $10,000 into the turbo kit after I got the thing dialed in. It took a year, having it redone 3 times. I just redid it for the 3rd time, and about 10 grand to make a $2,500 kit work, which, lo and behold, don't buy a $2,500 turbo kit. Buy a $5,000 turbo kit, and it will only cost you $5,000 instead of $10,000. Jesus. So my truck only gets like one cool thing a year, and then I'm broke, and I'm working all year just to put that next thing in my truck. I think a lot of you guys can relate out there. You know, when you have that like fanatical need to build something when nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. Am I going to eat today? Maybe. I really don't give a shit. But I am going to get this fuel system to support my turbo kit. Are my kids going to have shoes? Maybe. Maybe they'll just have really tough feet. And I'll have Devers on the back of my truck. You know, when you got to build, you got to build. When you're into that kind of like fanatical living for the build type mentality. I've had that my whole life. It all started with Legos at a very young age. I was Lego all the way, and I would just build and build, like not like, man, I like to build Lego. It's fun, you know. Me and my friends do stuff with Lego. No. I'm talking like obsessive compulsive. Probably have something a little bit on the spectrum going on up here where I have to build things. Like if I have an idea for a bike, I'm gonna go bankrupt making that idea happen because I have to make it happen. I gotta build it. I fiend for it like a dope fiend, you know, like I'm strung out on steel. It's the Riddle of Steel. Holy shit, I figured out what the Riddle of Steel is. I'm not gonna tell you what it is because you need to figure it out for yourself, but it just came to me in my mind. The Riddle of Steel. Oh yes, steel. When I used to quest for steel, but what is steel without flesh to wield it? Now that is power. On that note, I don't think I got anything else. I also spent my week, off Christmas break, working 13 hours a day and training for an hour and a half in the morning at 5 a.m. with Troy Alves. Top 5 Mr. Olympia several times. One of my idols as a kid. I competed and was a personal trainer in my early 20s, and he was like, I had posters of this dude, you know, he was like the dude. He was the dude, and now he's my homie, and he trained me for like a week, and it was mind-blowing. I've been training for 30 years. I've been questing to be a superhuman like my whole life. Had a blown out neck. I've been down for like, since 2018. I've been doing like housewife workouts, but now I'm back, dude. I'm back. I'm strong. My neck is strong. I've been killing it. I put a bunch of weight back on. I'm like 225 right now. I feel amazing. I haven't been over 205 in a long time. I've just been frail and a bunch of nerve damage and dead muscles in my body, and it's all coming back. They say it'd take like 18 months for like my lat and my tricep to fully come back, but I feel good. I'm growing, and I trained with Troy, and it was unreal. Unreal. Just like the geometry of how that dude changed how I just moved my limbs in different ways. Eye-opening to me. So I'm going to train with him like once a month, just kind of keep myself freshened up and get back on the quest to be superhuman, because I'm 44 and I was feeling real soft. And there's no excuse to be soft. If you're feeling soft, the best thing to do, stand up and go to the gym, or go walk your dog, or run a mountain. But whatever it is, get outside, be active, take life by the balls, and squish them. I'm Ryan Kruesi, it's Kruesi Originals. Stay posted. 2023 is going to be legit. I promise you that.